Hello, congratulations on the purchase of your Cougar half ton. My name is Russ. I'm going to do an orientation video with you today. Along with this email are a couple of video links to some maintenance videos. I do encourage you to watch those as well. We'll get started with your orientation right here in the front. So you have your front compartment, little bit of storage. We do have a spare tire in there, your battery there. So just a little bit of storage. Your door is held up with plastic clip here, so be careful not to break that. It just folds down. You do have a vent here for your battery. Light right here, switch for it's on the light itself, excuse me. And then you have docking light switches here, so you turn those on. Turns these front lights on for you. So you have those orange lights and then that light there. This camper is pre-wired for side view cameras as well as backup camera, but that's where your side view cameras would go, one of them. One of your two 30-pound propane tanks, and then right up here is your regulator. So there's a little lever here. So this lever is pointing towards the tank that you're using. So right now it's pointed right here. Let's see if I can get this to focus a better. So right here it is. It's pointing towards this one. So it's coming right to this tank here. So this tank goes empty. Just turn that lever. Make sure the tank on the other side is open. Your valve's open. You can use that tank while you fill this one. Right over here you have your auto leveling system. Now I'm going to go over a few things on it. But right here, this shows you step by step on dropping your unit off and also reconnecting to the tow vehicle. So this will go through step by step on hooking up and unhooking. But right here you have your power button. So this front button right here, this is going to move your front jacks up. So hold it down and raise them up. If you want to retract them, push the retract so it's lit up and push the same button. So you're going to use this front button and the retract to hook up to your vehicle and unhook from your vehicle. So once you unhook from your vehicle, move it out of the way. Come back here, hit auto level. There's a green light right here. It's going to blink. Once that green light is done blinking, it turns solid green. That means it's done auto leveling. It will also say auto level success right on the screen here. Sorry, I'm trying not to make you dizzy. Okay. So if you want to move the rear jacks, you're going to have to go through this menu until it says manual mode. So there's manual mode. I hit enter. Now I can move all the rear jacks together, move those up or down. But you have to be in manual mode for the rear jacks. Now the left and right, this is going to move the left rear jacks together, the right rear jacks together, and this is all the rear jacks together. And then this just moves the front jacks. But if you just come back here and hit auto level, the only thing you're going to have to do before you go home is hold this left and right button together, and that is your auto hitch height. So if you push these together, once you're auto leveled, it's going to raise those back jacks up, and it's going to put the front jacks in the same position it was in just before you hit auto level. So if you unhook from your vehicle, come hit auto level. When you're ready to go home, hit the left and right, and it's going to go back to the position where you can just back your truck back up. Once your truck is hooked back up, you go through this menu. Oh, actually, you don't have to push the left and right because you have auto reconnect. So all you have to do is go to the auto reconnect, hit enter, and that's going to take you back in the position you were in so you can hook your truck back up. So forget about the left and right. This one actually has auto reconnect. So go to that, hit enter, and then you can hook your truck back up. Once your truck is hooked up, come over here to where it says auto retract all, hit enter, and then the front jacks will raise up. And then all you have to do is pull that pin and raise the feet manually the rest of the way up. So I'll go over the steps one more time. So you're going to go to this front, unhook from your vehicle, come back here, hit auto level. It's going to level itself out. Then you're good to go for camping. When you're ready to leave, you're going to go through this menu, and you're going to go to auto reconnect, hit enter, and now you're ready to hook your truck back up. You hook your truck back up and then go through this menu until it says auto retract all and hit enter. It's really all you're going to have to use. But when you back up in your space, you're still hooked to the camper. If you go over to drop front jacks, you hit enter, your front jacks are going to start to lower on their own, and then you can just drop the feet to wherever you think you need them, and then you just use the front button to raise it the rest of the way so you can unhook from your vehicle. Just go through and kind of mess with this. You're not going to hurt anything, and that's the best way to really learn it. But like I said, you do have step-by-step instructions right there. Right here's for your solar. So this is the information station on your solar. It tells you how full your battery is, tells you you're charging, tells you you're on, turned on. You can change the battery type right here. So there'll be different battery types that come up when you push this. Right now it's set to your batteries that's in it. It shows your battery is 12.8 volts currently. If you push this top button, you're charging 1.3 amps, 16.2 amps per hour. So that it's just an information station, lets you know what the solar panel is doing. Right above that, you have a battery disconnect. That battery disconnect is going to your inverter. So that will turn your inverter off. It'll disconnect it from the battery. You do have a power button to actually turn it on or off right there. But that inverter is going to run your refrigerator off of 12 volt while you're traveling down the road, or if you're rustic camping. But if you don't want the battery eating off of this, then just turn the battery disconnect off. You have another battery disconnect right here, but this is to turn the 12 volt off to the camper itself, to everything else like your lights, for example. So you just turn this, no more 12 volt. Now if you want to charge your battery while you're connected with shore power or connected to your vehicle, you must have this in the on position or it will not charge it. Right up here you have your outdoor shower. So you have this hose right here. This connects, that end will connect right up there, and you have hot and cold water. You have a water heater bypass. So for winterizing, right now it's on because we are winterized, and so nothing can get into your water heater right now. So when you're ready to use this in the spring, you're gonna hook a hose up to your city water connection. You're gonna leave that bypass on, turn this winterize off. I can actually turn that off right now. Turn that hose on, go through everywhere in the camper that runs water, including that outdoor shower. So your toilet, your sinks, your shower, get all the antifreeze out of the lines. Once you get clear water coming through, then you can turn, well first you're gonna, let me find your water heater. First you're gonna put the plug in the water heater. So let's go around over here. So here's your water heater. So you're going to put your anode rod in. This is your plug. Put that in there. Tighten it up. And now I'm going to turn this water bypass off. What that does is open that valve up so the water that you have hooked up right here will go into your water heater. So your water heater will start filling. Once your water heater is full, you're ready to turn it on. But you need to get all that antifreeze out of the system first. Make sure your water bypass stays in the on position while you're doing that. You don't want antifreeze in your water heater. If you're going to winterize, you're going to do just the opposite. You're going to turn this on like it is. You're going to take that anode rod out and drain the water heater right from the water heater itself. You're going to turn winterize on. You're going to take a hose, hook it up to your winterize. The other end of that hose goes into your antifreeze. Then you're going to turn your water pump on. It's going to start drawing that antifreeze up from the your bucket up throughout the camper. And then you're just going to go around to each faucet, one by one, turn them on until antifreeze comes out. And then that's all you have to do for winterizing. So that's what this is for. It's nice and easy. So city water, full hookup camping. Hook a hose up to it. You have pressure through from that hose. You have a black tank flush. I'll go over that in just a minute. Inputs for cable or satellite. And then if you have a portable solar panel, you could plug it in here and it will trickle charge your battery as well. All your hoses can come up right through here, so unscrew that. Alright, and then you have a black and a gray here. That black and gray will come out right here. So just hook your wastewater hose up, pull the black handle first, let that empty out, that's your toilet. Once that's empty, pull that gray dirty sinking shower water is going to help wash the black out of your hose. Once they're both empty, close that gray, leave that black open, and that's when you're going to hook a hose up to your black tank flush. Hook that hose up, turn it on. It's like an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank. It's going to flush it out for you. Let that run a few minutes. Once you're satisfied it's clean, turn your water off, close your black handle, and then put your cap back on down there and you're all done. So a nice feature to have. You do have your 50 amp power cord right here, about 25 feet long. And then next to your compartment you have your furnace vent. Try not to block that. The furnace does get very hot and it can also melt anything that's plastic, so be careful of that. Alright, we're going to head towards the back. You have another gray tank back here. So right there, and there's the handle. So it's going to be for your kitchen. So just hook your wastewater hose up and pull that gray handle till it's empty. Alright, power supply right here. So hook that 50 amp cord up there. The other end, of course, goes to shore power. But I highly recommend to use a 50 amp surge guard when you're plugged in at the park. That's going to help protect you from any surges. Right here's your license plate goes there. You have a stove vent right here. Pop this open. So your flap is open. Then you can turn the vent on above your stove and it will vent outside. If you're not using it, just push that closed. You do have your backup camera on here already. These don't come with one, but you must have purchased one. So you have a screen inside that will go with it, that goes in your vehicle. So you turn the lights on to the camper. So your running lights, that camera will turn on and then you can see what's behind you. You have a ladder so you can get up there and do your maintenance. You do have a hitch back here. Electric awning. A couple outdoor speakers. Your water heater. So your water heater is gas or electric. Once you start filling up, you want to make sure it's full before you turn it on. You can do that by pulling this relief valve right here. And water, as soon as you get water coming out, you know it's full. You can also turn the hot side on any sink. As long as you get a solid stream of water, you know your water heater's full, you're ready to turn it on. You have a switch out here. You need to turn that on, and you can leave it on. But that has to be on along with the switch inside for the electric to work. So there's two switches for electric. That's one of them. And the other switch in there is for gas. This is the electronic ignite, so all you have to do is make sure it's full and turn the switches on. If you need to drain your water heater, take this anode rod out. It will drain right from here. If you're not familiar with the anode rod, you have a metal tank, so instead of your tank corroding, this anode rod is going to corrode over time. So every 2 or 3 years, you're going to have to replace this. But it's doing its job if it's corroding. It's saving your tank. Right here, you can fill your freshwater tank. So fill your freshwater tank from there, and then turn your water pump on, and you will have water pressure from that water pump drawing from your freshwater tank. So that's rustic camping. And then down there in the middle, you have 2 low point drains. Those are the lowest point in your water system. So if you need to drain the water out of your lines, just open those valves up. You take the caps off there, and that will drain the water out. Typically just used for winterizing. And then right there, you see a blue line hanging down. That's to empty your freshwater tank. So it's right behind your front tire on the door side. If you need to empty that freshwater tank, just open that valve. You can have a TV outside, so that's an output. You do have some goodies in here, so electrical adapters, 10-foot wastewater hose, 25-foot freshwater hose. And then behind here, this is the brains to your in-command center. So that's going to be some relays and fuses, that kind of thing. And you have a light. Your lights have their own switches on them. You can make it a motion light if you want. Your other propane tank is here. And it looks like that's about everything on the outside. So we will head inside next. All right, inside your door here, above your dinette, you have your control panel. So up here, fresh black, gray, gray. Get this focused in. So as your tanks fill, these lines will darken so you know how full your tanks are. It says enter passcode. Your passcode is 4 zeros. Down here it shows what your battery is at right now. You can turn your water pump on just by touching it. You can turn your water heater on. So gas, electric, or both. You can run both. Actually makes it more efficient. And then your interior lights, one push of the button turns all your ceiling lights on. Up here you have settings. In the settings, if you were to get the in-command app on your phone, you can connect Bluetooth. Or you go on Bluetooth, it will connect with your phone, and then you can run all this stuff from your phone. If you get Wi-Fi, you can set your Wi-Fi up there. You can change your date and time. You can change your passcode. So there's a few things that you can change in here. So you can go through that and change some settings. Slides and awning, wardrobe slide, sofa refrigerator slide, and awning. So all you do is just hold the button down, just touch it. It'll bring your awning, or this is your slide. Bring your slide all the way in or all the way out. Just hold it till they're all the way in or out. And they'll just stop when they are. And then your awning, same thing. Want to take your awning out, hold the button down. Now your awning's not going to stop automatically when it goes all the way out. So once you see the valance fall at the end of the awning, let go of that button. If you keep holding it down, it's going to keep winding. It's going to come back towards your camper with your awning upside down. It could stretch your awning out. It could rip it. So just be careful of that. So keep an eye on it when you take the awning out. But when you bring it back in, it will just stop when it reaches the camper. Lights, you can do individual lights. So you have bedroom, your ceiling lights, and awning light. And then your HVAC. So right here is where you're going to do your air conditioning and your heat. This shows front AC. That's optional. You do not have a front air conditioner. However, you are pre-wired for one. So if you did get one, you could run it from this screen here. But we're going to go hit the over arrow. Now you have a rear AC. Just push the mode. There's your fan. You can change your fan speeds. Push it again. There's your air. Again, you can change your fan speeds and then change your temperature. You have a set temperature here, actual temperature there. Push it again. There's your heat. Change your fan speeds again if you want. Change your temperature here. One more time, it's back. This goes to auto, so it'll switch back and forth between your air and your heat, your furnace. One more time and it's off. Now, once you set your time through your settings page, you can actually schedule a start and stop time for your air conditioner or your furnace or whatever. So you can do that. It's pretty cool. And that is your entire screen here. TV, your hookups are right back here. Your stereo is right here. Now your stereo is a CD player, DVD player. It is Bluetooth, and you have indoor and outdoor speakers. So right now it shows zone 1 and 2 are on. If you push the 1, that will turn your inside speakers on or off. 2 turns the outside speakers on or off. If you have 2 on and you're inside, you have 1 and 2 on, you're inside listening to music, just remember your neighbors can hear you too, so you might want to make sure you turn that off. You go through a menu here because you have a USB, headphones, auxiliary, and this is your Bluetooth one right here. But this will play DVDs to this TV here. Your dinette does go into a bed if you want it to. Just remove the tabletop from the legs. It just pops off. And then the tabletop will rest right on the ledges here. And then you can fill in the void with these cushions on the back. You have carbon monoxide LP detector. As long as that green light's on, you're good there. Then you have your fuses and your breakers. Your fuses, they're regular car style fuses. If one goes out, an LED light will light up next to the bad one so you can quickly identify it. But they are all labeled as well. And you can see that light right through the window here. All the vents along the floor are for your furnace. Any vents you see in the ceiling are for your air conditioner. You can open the air conditioner up like it is right now and dump the air down so it cools it off quicker in this area. Otherwise, close this up. Now you have more pressure through your vents and you're going to cool off your bedroom area quicker that way. There are filters in here you can take out, clean, and reuse. Do have a fire extinguisher by the door. GFCI resettable outlet and USB charging ports. A lot of good storage back here. You have all your keys are on your sink. That's where they'll be when you pick up. Standard turntable microwave. Your fan, so make sure that's open outside so you can vent outside. And then you have a light here as well. Extra counter space with this on here. Otherwise, lift that up. Kind of fold it back. Now you have a backsplash. And you can light your stove top. To do that, you're going to put on the flame. And then use your igniter. Just turn that however many times it takes to light your stove top. This has arrows on it, so turn that to the right only. To turn it to the left could break it. That igniter works with your oven also, so you don't have to manually light it. You can just put it on the flame, hold that in while you're turning the igniter until your pilot light lights up. Once it's lit, put it on your temperature. If you push this switch up, it's blue lights. Push it down, you have blue lights and an oven light. Remember to put this back down because this will break in transit. Refrigerator is gas or electric. All the instructions are right there in the freezer door. And so are your controls are right here. So turn it on here. It's on auto right now, so that means it's going to run off electricity if it can find it. If I'm not plugged in, which I'm not right now, it's going to try to switch to propane automatically. I can have this button out for propane only. If that check light comes on, it means it cannot find the propane, so it's either turned off or it's empty. You do have your couch here, nice couch. It does go into a bed. It's a tri-fold sofa. So just remove the cushions off the back. They're Velcroed on. Lift up on the very front here. Pull towards you. Drop the legs. And now I'm going to bring this back and pull it forward. And now you have a bed. You do have some storage underneath. Real easy to take out and put back. Nice little extra sleeping space. Unless you don't want anybody staying with you, then just don't tell them that it does that. Light switch right here for your lights above your couch. Make sure I'm not missing anything out here. Looks good. Motion light right there. You don't really have to do anything with that. You do have another switch here. Turns all your living room lights on and off. You'll see these in a couple different spots. That is a sensor for your thermostat. So try not to cover that up because that will affect the temperature readings. In your bathroom, light switch, another GFI. Right here you want this latched for travel. Make that door nice and secure. Right above you have a vent with a fan, so just twist the vent open. Turn your fan on right here. You do have max air cover over this, so it doesn't matter if you forget to leave it open. You forget and leave it open, not going to affect anything. Foot pedal flush, halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush it. And you do have latch up here for your door. Make sure that's latched into place for travel. This is your bedroom slide here. So wardrobe slide. USB charging ports, plugs, push button light up above your bed. Just push in the center. Pre-wired for an air conditioner. This is where it will go if you want one, if you get one. Otherwise, you do have a vent here. So we just twist it open. Storage under the bed. Actually, quite a bit of storage. You have a spot for a TV right up here on the wall. I would use a stud finder. Try to find the right spot to mount your bracket, and then your hookups are right there. Another sensor, so if you did get an air conditioner in this room, it would read off of this. And then a light switch for your bedroom. And I believe that is everything in here. Hopefully this video helps. If you have any questions when you come pick up, just write them down. We'll be happy to answer them. And some things are kind of confusing. I do appreciate your business and look forward to seeing you, and congratulations.